Vladimir Putin is one of the most well-known and controversial leaders in the world today. As the current president of Russia, he has been at the center of global politics for many years. But what is Putin's story? In this video, we'll explore Putin's early life, his time in the KGB, his rise to power, and his legacy as a leader of Russia. Early life and career. Vladimir Putin was born in Leningrad, now St. Petersburg, on October 7, 1952. His parents were factory workers, and Putin grew up in a communal apartment with his mother, father, and siblings. Putin's early years were shaped by the political and economic turmoil of the Soviet Union in the 1950s and 60s. Putin was a good student and showed an early interest in sports, particularly martial arts. He began training in judo at the age of 12 and eventually became a black belt. He also became interested in politics and joined the Communist Party of the Soviet Union while he was a student at Leningrad State University. After completing his studies, Putin joined the KGB, the Soviet Union's intelligence agency. He was assigned to East Germany, where he worked as a spy for several years. Putin was good at his job and quickly rose through the ranks of the KGB, eventually becoming the head of the agency's Foreign Intelligence Directorate. Rise to power. When the Soviet Union collapsed in 1991, Putin returned to Russia and entered politics. He worked his way up through the ranks of the government, serving as the head of the Federal Security Service, FSB, the successor agency to the KGB. In 1999, Russian President Boris Yeltsin appointed Putin as the Prime Minister of Russia. When Yeltsin resigned later that year, Putin became the acting president. In 2000, he was elected president of Russia, and he went on to win two more elections in 2004 and 2012. During his time in office, Putin pursued policies that were intended to restore Russia's standing as a world power. He invested heavily in the military and the intelligence agencies, and he used the country's oil and gas resources as leverage in international negotiations. Putin also worked to strengthen Russia's ties with other countries, particularly China. Legacy. Putin's legacy in Russian politics is complex. He is credited with stabilizing the country after a period of economic and political chaos in the 1990s. He has also overseen a period of economic growth and modernization in Russia. However, Putin has been criticized for his authoritarian style of leadership and his suppression of political opposition. His government has been accused of corruption and human rights abuses. Putin has also been at the center of several international controversies, including Russia's annexation of Crimea in 2014 and its alleged interference in the 2016 US presidential election. Despite the controversies surrounding Putin's leadership, he remains a popular figure in Russia. He is seen as a strong leader who is willing to stand up to other countries and protect Russia's interests. In recent years, Putin has continued to assert Russia's influence on the world stage. He has been involved in conflicts in Syria and Ukraine, and he has taken steps to expand Russia's military capabilities. At home, Putin has faced increasing protests and opposition, but he has maintained a firm grip on power. Vladimir Putin's life story is one of ambition, intrigue, and controversy. From his early years as a judo champion and KGB agent to his rise to power as the president of Russia, Putin has been at the center of global politics for many years. While opinions about his leadership are divided, there is no denying that Putin has left a lasting impact on Russia and the world. As Putin continues to lead Russia, the world watches closely to see what the future holds. Will he continue to assert Russia's influence on the world stage, or will he face challenges that ultimately weaken his grip on power? Only time will tell, but one thing is certain: Putin's legacy is already firmly cemented in the annals of history.